Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday. What a beautiful June day we're having in Southern California. Absolutely gorgeous. The mountains are looking pretty, a little bit of a haze, but the temperature is like perfect. Hope everyone's well. Welcome to Wisdom Walk number 91. This is going to be an interesting topic. Well, I think they're all interesting topics. And I hope I've crossed a 90. Pretty soon it'll be Wisdom Walk number 100. I wonder what that one's going to be about. As you may know by now, I don't pick topics. I just, whatever comes to mind, I just talk about. Whatever I feel, I just start talking. and I really don't know what I'm going to say. Like today's subject is what's in it for me. And I just thought about that this morning. And it's going to be very interesting because this one's going to be a tough one for some to understand. And, well, here goes. It's going to be a tough one. Oh, hold on a second here. Hold on. I hate when these little gravel things pop in my shoes and they hurt while I walk. Bear with me one second. Got it. Okay. So what's in it for me? Well, as we start, as young children, we teach our kids, and society teaches our kids, that everything has a reward. You know, we do this reward system. So what message are we sending to our youth, to our children, from a very, very young age? And we go through this process, and it stays with you for life. And very few, or some people, come to the realization that you don't always have to do something for something to have a reward, to get something out of it. But I'll be the first to admit that it took me decades upon decades to understand that and to truly believe it. Now, some people say it, but they say it to be politically correct. They say it because that's what they think they should say. But do they really mean it? Do they do something without any benefit to themselves? And I'm not sure how many people do that. You may want to really seriously think about that. How many people actually do something and not get something out of it? So again, as a child, your parents may tell you, hey, go do this chore and I'll give you this amount of money. We have the process of our jobs, our careers. You do certain things and there's a reward. You have these motivational speakers that write books and they charge for the books, and the books gets them to do these seminars that they charge thousands of dollars for to learn the same stuff that's already all over the internet, but they say it or pitch it in a different way and they make a fortune. So, what's in it for me? That's what they look at. Then you have very, very few people that once they get to that level in life, they truly just want to give back. They truly want to bless your life. They truly want to see if they can help you bring out that inner success or that inner person that's in you to take you to the next level. And it took me, again, decades to get there in my life. And I would say maybe the last 10 years of my life, I've dedicated myself to just doing that without it having anything to do with me. Now, some of you, what's in it for me? Some of you may disagree with that. That's up to you. Everybody has their own opinion. Some people say, well, wait a minute. When you do this, you get paid from this company or whatever. Yeah, companies do that. If it's a system that I'm running, for example, the debt-free system, I would teach that without being part of UFF. But UFF does pay us a commission for doing it. But a commission is peanuts compared to the savings that a person realizes. But then you have things like mindset training, the health, all the different things we do in Envy that doesn't pay a commission, doesn't pay anything. But it's something that I'm very passionate about and what I lead with. In fact, I lead with the mindset training, and there's no type of financial gain to me teaching anyone mindset at all. And it's never been that. But yet, it's the number one thing I push. It's the number one thing I believe in. And it's the number one thing we've done for years. Because I think that's the right thing to do. Now, I do remember there's a time in my life that if I wasn't getting paid for doing something, it just wasn't going to happen. Because I don't blame anyone for that. I don't think you're a bad person because that's what you do. Because that's all we've been taught. That's all we know from a kid. You do something, you get a reward for it, right? So I get it. But at some point in time in your life, something changes. And I think that happened to me a while ago. And every day, it becomes more and more clear to me of what my purpose on this earth is for and why I was put here. It took a long time to get there, though. It sure did. But it feels great to be here now as I continue my next chapter. For those of you that were watching or reading some of my posts yesterday and part of our Envy community, my chapter is coming to an end. Well, this chapter is coming to an end. And then I'm going to elevate my game and start another chapter. So my current chapter is coming to end December 15, 2024, which is in about 6 months, a little bit under 6 months. And I'm not sure what that fully looks like yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to serve it up, if I'm going to still be in social media, if I'm still going to do wisdom walks. But one thing I do know is I'm not going to fully lead the community. I'm going to do an inner circle where the ones that have graduated to the next level in their life, I will still mentor them, still communicate with them, and still keep getting them to put them in another direction, should they want to do that. But the person that I have to repeat myself to 5, 10, 20, 40, 50 times, unfortunately, you won't have access to me because I'm not about to do that anymore. I've done that for the last decade, and I can only do what I can do. And as I continue my quest in life and get to this golden birthday that's coming up in December, I choose to live my life differently. Just like I chose to start doing things that don't compensate me for doing. It's just a choice that you make. So what's in it for me? I would say the last 10 years, what was in it for me was to give back to the community and do what I can to help people get to the next level. Many of you have done that. Many of you have retired. Many of you, the messages from all over the world I've received has been truly amazing to me personally, because it's kind of like my life's work, and nothing better than reading some of those thoughts. And to cap it off, a few months ago, you guys wrote this book on my behalf. Oh, I got to sit back and look at the view of life, of what this amazing God that we have gives us. How cool. A little hazy, but still beautiful. So this amazing book that many of you wrote in my honor, thanking me for the selfishness that I created to help you bring out the best of you. And many people will send me these messages saying how their life has changed and how much they want to thank me. And I tell them that I don't want any credit. I really don't. I don't deserve the credit. The person that deserves the credit is you, because all I did was bring out what was already there. And what I pride myself in doing is looking at society and doing the exact opposite. Because if society had all the answers, and all the answers were completely available to everyone, there wouldn't be such a thing called 1%ers and 99%ers, obviously. So there wouldn't be such a thing. It'll be the other way around. everybody will be successful. Everybody will be that 1%er status. But unfortunately, the world would not be able to run efficiently if everybody knew what I knew in my head. Because who's going to clean the cars? Who's going to work the different places to help you get to your destination? And there are some people, no matter what you help them, what you show them, will always think everything is a scam. Everything, there's something in it for you. That's why you're doing it, because they don't understand. And that's fine, because that's why I don't get stressed out about people not getting envy, not getting what Envy Social is all about. Because if everybody got it, this morning my cars are getting cleaned. The gentleman that comes and cleans them, great guy, wonderful guy. He's not part of Envy. He sees the cars that he cleans every day, but his mindset is not there to help him go to the next level. And partly, I kind of wish that he would, so I can get him to the next level, or he can get himself to the next level in life. And then I just find another car wash guy. But he's such a good car wash guy, so hey, if he doesn't want to listen, that's on him. The person that dry cleans my clothes, maybe they don't get it. They don't understand. So there's a plethora of things that we need in society, that if everybody thought the way that the inner circle, or the people of Envy, or myself, or the 1%ers in the world think, then the world wouldn't exist the way it is today. So that's kind of like the balance that we need. However, my own personal feelings behind that, my own personal wishes and aspirations and prayers that I pray every night to, I wish the 1%ers could turn into 3% or 4% or 5%. I know it's probably impossible to get it to 50%, because if you did that, the world would not exist, like I said, the way it is right now. But man, if I can get 3%, that's 300% increase. And if you figure how many people on the earth, and you get a 300% increase, how many people's lives will be changed? Wow, that'll be tipping the scale, right? So this is why I do what I do. However, I've come to the realization that, look, not everybody's going to listen, and it may be very difficult for me to get, hey buddy, it's okay. It's okay, bud. Anyway, it may be difficult to get to that 3%. Even though I will try and continue trying, and I've had for about a decade. But I'm at a point now that enough's enough, and I've done everything I can, and I've continued pushing every single day to help everybody go to that direction. And if they don't, they don't. So I did a live, I think a week ago, saying that the end is near. It's not fully the end, it's more of an adjustment, because like I've told everyone in Envy, everything in life has a start date and everything has an end date. Everything has a start date and everything has an end date, even us humans. So for those of you that followed me 4 years ago or so, we jumped into this, into these crypto deals and all these little investments that were popping up. And boy, there were fortunes made and there were fortunes lost. There were rules that were supposed to be taken care of. Some followed them, some didn't. Just like anything in life. Look, inaction or action is the same consequence. You are exactly where you are today because of the actions that you have taken in the past and the inactions you haven't taken in the past. They're both equal. So if I decided that I don't want to exercise and do these walks and get my cardio up every day, I don't do it as well as I should. I should hit the gym more and whatever. It's just that I have a massive issue with working out, but I still have to do it because I have to get myself. Look how beautiful those flowers are. God's work again, but they should trim them. Anyway, if I don't do these things and get my cardio up or get my health up, then the inaction of doing that, when I get in my 70s, 80s, God willing, he keeps me around that long, I'll be spending those times in the hospital or in a wheelchair or in a breathing machine or whatever because of the inaction that I took to put me in that position. And that's a really, really sad situation. Just like many of you are doing inactions right now for the last 116 days. I did a live just like this, and I told everyone that listens to me, again, not everybody is going to hear me because not everybody is on my page, and my page is private, but the ones that have listened and have heard me, I said I have a secret. And the secret are known by the elite of the elite. And of course, the ones that have gotten involved now are the elite of the elite, and they understand the secret, and it makes perfect sense because you don't know what you don't know until you know it, right? But the others that just heard me speak went, I think that may be one of them crypto things that he did, or they jumped to conclusions. Kind of like my airplane story. If you don't know my airplane story, you may want to go to my website, nvsocial.group. Oh, by the way, when I say a website, people may go, oh, he's got a website, he must be charging. Nope, that's your assumptions. I don't charge. But you can go to the website, nvsocial, ENVY social.group, and watch a video, and you'll hear about my airplane story, because people like to jump to conclusions until they know the answers. So those of you that have jumped into the financial freedom of the bondage, the bank cartels, and yes, I call them cartels because that's what they are. Bank cartels do to us and hurt us and hurt our family and hurt the American dream that they never tell anyone about. They literally lie to us and talk about bait and switch. That's definitely what they're doing, but the government allows it for whatever reason they do. This is why I have a different thought process behind the government and the presidency and all that stuff. Look, I've said it publicly. I don't care if Donald Duck is in office. The country is going to run the way the country is going to run, no matter who is in office. I know some of you probably absolutely disagree with my statement on there, but let me know the last time the current administration, whether it be the old administration, Trump or Biden, one of them knocked on your front door and asked you how you doing today and how life is, and are you able to take care of your family. Do you think they care? Nope, they don't. So I posted yesterday, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. So if you want to change your life, you better go do what it takes to get it done. So anyway, so these bank cartels literally lie to us, steal from us, absolutely devastate families financially. Let me repeat that word. They devastate families financially. Let me say that one more time if you didn't catch it the first two times. Devastates families financially. They have you buy this home and tell your interest rate is 3.5% or 7%. And then they hide in a fine print, this is not your actual APR. That is not your actual interest rate, this is your APR. And you figure you buy this $500,000 house, go ahead and multiply your payments by 30 years and find out you just paid $1.2 million for the same $500,000 house. So what's the 700 grand for? The 700 grand is called profit. The 700 grand goes to the cartels, to the bank cartels, because they're literally ripping you off. So how is a 7% interest rate at $500,000, which is $35,000, how does $35,000 turn into 1.2 million or 700,000? Because most people do everything because there's something in it for them. So the banks loan you money on these beautiful homes you see here, if the people haven't paid cash for them, and they literally have you pay twice for the home, and they put that money in their pocket. That's why Jamie Dimon of Chase Bank, CEO, makes $35 million a year, because the cartels that he's running, the bank cartel he's running, they have these billions and billions of dollars. They rip us off. But again, some people don't want to listen. And then I tell people that, like, you need to get your heart rate up for at least 25 minutes a day. It will change your life forever. But people don't want to listen, so they end up keep being overweight, or they end up in a wheelchair, or they end up whatever. Do you think the government is going to put a massive campaign out there to tell people to be healthy, what to eat, what not to do? They don't care, because the the money or the reward, how I started this meeting, is not in the cure. I mean, it's not in the cure. They want people to be sick because that's how they make billions and billions of dollars, because it's all about what's in it for me. So it's pretty sad that we're in a society or a world that basically everything, and I mean everything, is predicated upon what's in it for me. Sad, it really is. And then you find people out there that want to make a difference. There are many, and people call them a scammer or whatever because they just don't understand. They're not educated, but educated on the facts of life, on the facts of things that happens. For those of you that have been following me for a while, I think success leaves clues, and I'm always doing wisdom walks. I don't know the last time you saw me go to work. You see where I live. You see, in fact, it was so funny. We went on a little retreat in Palm Springs with some of our inner circle, because I think those people are going to be inner circles. Hopefully, Michelle's husband, that's an inside joke. Michelle's husband may not make it to inner circle because he hasn't done his MMA yet. So Michelle's husband, Bobby, if you're watching this, my radar is on you, my friend. Don't do that MMA. You're going to be out the inner circle, because I'm going to force you to success. I'm going to force you to take away the money from the cartels or the bank cartels. But you guys don't have to listen to me. Anyway, so the queen dropped her phone in the pool. And obviously I went through this. Well, I won't go into that subject right now. But anyway, on the way back, we decided to stop in and get her a new phone and upgraded her phone. And it was at the mall. And I pulled up in front of the store, which the windows are massively tinted, so I can't really see in, but obviously they can see out very clearly. I pulled up, let her out the car. She walked in, and I went to park the car because we were actually driving the Rolls, and we don't drive it unless there's valet, because I don't want anybody dording in it, because that'll be a problem for me. So I normally don't, so I have to go park really, really far away. So nobody does that. So when I got back in the car, one of the guys made some little comment after they kind of got to know us a little bit, and we were talking about the phones. He goes, "Oh yeah, my new rich friends." And it was really, really interesting. So of course the statement was, "So what do you guys do?" And of course we told him that we're retired, we don't do anything. And I try to give back to people and help people get to the next level in life. He goes, "Really? Can you help me?" "Oh, absolutely, I can help you if you like to. I don't charge anything. It costs nothing. There's nothing in it for me, and there's what's in it is for you." So he wrote down the website. I told him envysocial.group, and he kept typing EMBY, and I'm like looking at his phone, but his phone had this privacy glass on it, so I couldn't see it. And more of the story is he ended up getting the right website, and I gave him the information. Haven't heard from him since, and that is why I'm walking away in December, because I am not going to waste my time talking to people that don't get it. I've done this long enough, and there are thousands of people that have followed me, and the ones that understand and the ones that get it will be in my inner circle, and we're going to take ourselves to the hyper level of life. I'm talking about the real next level. I'm talking about the level that you see on movies, the level that you see on TV shows, but those people actually have to work their butt off to get there. And I'm going to show you how to get there without doing nothing or very little. So, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to teach people that I have to educate or edumacate the basics of when you see an opportunity, or the basis of fire, ready, aim. Look, I fire, ready, aim on everything. The reason I am where I am today is because of the lack of inactivity. Let me say that portion again. The lack of inactivity. I will do what I got to do because that's how my brain is wired. Now, was my brain always wired this way? Absolutely not. Did I have to train myself to get there? Oh, absolutely. You know how many videos I've watched? I mean, all these wisdom topics. You guys think that I'm the smart person that comes up with all this stuff? Heck no. I'm not that smart. I'm not that charismatic. I'm definitely not that good looking. Look, I just know what I know when I see something. Everything under the sun has already been invented. Most things, I should say. There's a couple of little things that still needs to be invented, like flying cars and stuff like that, but we'll leave that alone. But the majority of the stuff has already been invented. So all I do is I'm a master duplicator. I'm a master duplicator. I find something that makes sense because I fire, ready, aimed, and I just make it better. So some of you may know about my little trading skill that God blessed me with, January 28th, 2023. And yesterday I had my biggest day ever. And that's about a quarter of what it will be in a consistent basis in the next 90 days, because my motto is very simple. I'll be better today than I was yesterday, and my goal is to be better tomorrow than I was today. So I'll continue honing that skill to get myself to the level. And one of my greatest joys, and again, we talk about what's in it for me. So there's a plethora of you guys that are doing really, really well with that. And I don't have recurring income from that, which my mentors have told me I'm absolutely nuts. I'm crazy. How could you? Well, I hate when that happens. Sorry about that. So some of my mentors have told me that I am absolutely insane. What a poor business decision I've made. Showing people the skill that changes your life. I mean, I have people making $10,000 a day, $20,000, $1,500, whatever a day. And when they cash out, I receive nothing, like nothing. Like I don't get a penny. Yes, we do have a barrier of entry for them to get involved. So I make them pay that up front, because if I don't, then they won't take it seriously and it'll really be a waste of my time. So yes, we do have that, but that is pennies compare to the service that they're getting and how they can change their life. In fact, one of our students has only been with us for less than 30 days. She said to me yesterday, she goes, "Oh, I already hit 16 grand. One said, "Oh, I hit 24,000. And they don't even know what trading is. Like I don't know what trading is, but it's a system that's been created to take people to the next level. So I'm one of those guys that I look at the world as a whole, and I find those little nuggets, those little holes in the system that people don't want to take advantage of because their mindset's not there and they don't understand the philosophy called fire, ready, aim. And I do. So all those programs in the last few years that I got involved in, all I did is I knew they could be risky. And we told everybody on the site, look, we have a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. There's a risk factor, very transparent. Told everybody what to do. And if you chose not to follow the rules, you probably got hurt. And if you chose to follow the rules, you did very well. In fact, I woke up I think it was about a week and a half ago, to someone that, she's real interesting. But literally every post that I post for like the last 2-3 weeks or a month, she hijacked all my posts and she wrote the word scam on everything, like everything. She just wrote scam. I mean, I'm with my grandkids, scam, everything scam. Because she first sent me a message, and then the message just said, what's going on with Daisy? And I had to laugh because Daisy ran for about 4 years. I made a few $100,000 in Daisy, net profit. There were others that we lost money in, but made great money with Daisy, and they stopped, and it's over. So like I said, everything has a start date and everything has an end date. So she never followed any of the rules, never followed any of the systems, and all of a sudden, 4 years later, she pops up going, what's going on with Daisy? Did you withdraw? Did you follow the rules that I told you to follow? Because the ones that did, and the ones that didn't. So that's on you. If you're stuck on stupid, then be stuck on stupid. But I just think it's really interesting that people deal with this. This is one of the reasons why my Facebook posts, my Facebook page isn't public, it's private, because I don't do trolls and I'm not going to deal with trolls. So because trolls is an absolute waste of time, and they defer me from the focus that I have to helping people live life on their own terms. So what's in it for me? I guess I'll close with saying what's in it for me is I really want everyone to live life on their own terms. However, I understand that some of you are stuck in the mindset that you were trained since you were a child, and you haven't broken those shackles of that mindset yet. And it's sad that you haven't done that, because that's what I lead with Envy, is to get you to change your mindset first. And if you don't change your mindset, what I do and what I teach will never resonate to you at all. You will have no clue. It's just not going to help you. So I'm deferring to the fact that I did everything I can for a decade, and come on my next birthday, I'm going to kind of pull back, stop being a crutch to many, and the ones that are in the inner circle will follow me, will continue following me. And then I threw a dollar amount out there for those of you that do want to get my attention and want to talk to me personally. I made the dollar amount so high that you're not going to hire me anyway. So I'll tell you what that dollar amount is if you haven't read my post. It's $150,000 for every 15 minutes. So that's $600,000 an hour. I don't think anybody's going to pay me $600,000 an hour. Now, what I teach is worth $600,000 an hour. And if you follow, it's definitely you'll make more than $600,000 an hour in your lifetime by following these steps. But I wanted it to be that high, so they just leave me alone, which will be perfect for me. So I will continue my quest of helping you living life in your own terms. So what's in it for me is the joy that I feel when that happens, the joy that it brings when I receive these amazing text messages where people tell me how their relationships have flourished, and how their relationship with their children is so great, how they're living life on their own terms, that they walked away from their job, they're doing everything they need to do, and they're so happy in how their life is. That's my payment for what I do. Of course, yes, I don't have a fee that I charge you for what I do, but I do have a cost. And those of you that haven't visited the website, let me just share that. So if this is not in your heart, don't even follow me, just walk away right now. But if you're not going to take one third of whatever I teach you to make, and you're not going to give it back to your community in the form of Golo, it's called Gift One, Lift One. If you're not going to pass out that money and give it away, not to me, to others, anonymously, so you don't have to say your name, you don't have to tell them anything about anything, and you just do it, then don't follow me, because I require that. Am I going to police it? Nope, it's too much work. But guess who's going to police it? God. God's going to police it. And should you not do based on your commitments, then look, it is what it is. So I love you all. I appreciate you all. Please, if you are new to hearing me speak, you got 6 months. 6 months to dive in. 6 months to get yourself. If you've been around for a while and you've been around for a little while and you're not living life in your own terms, this is your 6-month wake-up call. You got 6 months to get it together. So up to you what you do with this information. And that's it. So Wisdom Walk number 91 is officially in the books. Okay? Take care, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.